The Longhorns will put total leather to crank us up. Just seconds into this game, we already have a turnover and haven't even snapped one from scrimmage. And guys, this opening drive has been surgical. They've walked it right down the field, now looking at 1st and goal. Scores on the sneak. Smokey the Cannon not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So the ultimate in starting field position leads to a 1-yard drive, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Running to daylight from inside his 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. On the run, it's Ott. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And the Golden Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Golden Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete on the right side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
Southern Mississippi. Number 1 in the end zone.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. To the air, it's Robertson. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they'll take an 8-7 lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Razor.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Brings up second down.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Back to pass. And they can't make the connection.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
First and 10.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown Longhorns! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Extra point.
And he tacks on the extra point.
That makes the score.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
8.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And the Golden Eagles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Golden Eagles will have it 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Robertson. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it down the left side. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Number 1 with the catch and score.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Back to pass, it's Crowder. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Taylor.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Second down coming up. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Under fire. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Golden Eagles decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Punt is on its way. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And your Texas Longhorns will take over. First and 10.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got his man downfield. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got some room, it was over.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
So much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Dropping back, it's Crowder. He's got it for the two-point conversion.
The two-point conversion is successful. That makes the score Texas 22, Southern Mississippi 15.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
Southern Mississippi. Number 17 with the grab and the score.
The extra point here would tie the game.
On for the extra point.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Out. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Number 5 is in the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Texas 29, Southern Mississippi 22.
Just about set to get this second half underway.
Set to kick this one away.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense.
Ready, ready. Lizzie, Lizzie. Cobra.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short.
Cricket.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And runs through another one. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Got it behind the line. It's Hughes.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll send the back in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Straight ahead from inside his 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31.
Mississippi offense will take over first and 10.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Quarterback extends the play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down.
Time to take a shot. That one's going to keep him awake tonight as he just missed him.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
On third down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. We'll send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
To the air, it's Robertson. Buys a little time. Showing all kinds of confidence in that arm, throwing back to the right. Touchdown, Southern Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 2 with the carry.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2.
Terrier, slam.
He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
And makes the score. Texas 36, Southern Mississippi 30.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Hand off from the shotgun. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Off play action. Bring in the heat. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Looking left. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Slams ahead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand the circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Got his man quickly.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. He'll sneak it. They'll stop him short on third down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Try to barge their way in. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the Longhorns are back up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go win the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced, but this offense, down the stretch, this is a great indication for this offense because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
Over the middle, it's Bennett.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to power it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Texas.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
29 Philly.
Marches ahead. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game. They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Southern Mississippi.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Texas.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick.
Kick it away.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air, it's Robertson. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Number 7.
A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback, but these situations, you drop so many guys back deep. But as a defender,
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going.
To advance on the football.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. First and 10.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
By the back.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Brings up second.
Motion from the back. Quick release on the RPO. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Easy.
Caught in the backfield, it's Barber. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
To the back.
On the double.
He's taken down at the 40. Second down going up.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The give out of the gun. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing it.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Grab behind the line. It's Barber. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Barber. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Throws to the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 1 in the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
7, Houston 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position.
Let's go. Break. Double, double. Check. White 18, Rocky switch. Ready?
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Hurts. Dances away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
Houston, 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on first down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Houston going up tempo. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars!
Number 10 is in the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
For the extra point.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8.
First and 10.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Terrier. Lasso.
Off the play fake. He rifles one deep down the right side. Off and running. Past the 30. He's at the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Got it.
Well, you talk about getting out of jail free. They changed that field position in a heartbeat, and now they're ready to roll.
Green 25.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Third down coming up.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. To throw, it's Francis. Lets it fly. Intercepted to stop the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Incomplete to the wide. It's now second down.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Keeps it and gets the first down. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Timeout, Houston.
Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, it's Hurts. Extending the play. Firing to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half.
To kick off. Texas.
On the run from inside his 25. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the Houston offense once again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Houston wants to play fast. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Makes the quick grab. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Sends it back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barber. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to throw, it's Francis. Dangerous screen into traffic. And they do a really good job, not as easy as it looks, to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Gets the back moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Rita! Pound 55 weak.
Caught in the backfield, it's Barber. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here, it would be a 60-yard attempt. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10.
Cricket!
He leaves it with his back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They feed him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What an incredible play by the defense. 4th quarter, tie football game, and they come away with a massive interception. I'll tell you what, if this team ends up winning this football game, that is going to be the play they look back to and point at as the play that did it. Wow.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Give to the back. Thrust that arm out. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
White 80, Brooklyn. White 80.
Looking for a man. It hurts. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down.
White 53.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling right and going deep. Hauls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Houston. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line.
42, Spider.
Motion from the wideout. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Back to throw, it's Francis. Finds a tight end down the gut. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Texas.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team...
Takes it into the house, and the clock is at 0, and they are down a single.
Number 48, the catch in the end zone.
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. The snap sets up to throw. It's incomplete. The try for 2 is no good, and this game is over. The big gamble does not pay off. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense, because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back, and giving you an opportunity. The offense, they just couldn't pull their own weight.
I hear you. It's a bad feeling for the offense, but it really sucks for us as defense because we got to keep going back on the field time and time again with no offensive support. A lot of times the frustration will lead on the sidelines. You'll see people getting angry, but the offense has got to do a better job.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Cowboys of Wyoming. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!